Hey, this is Chris Wise, and welcome to my Wise Insight of the Day Live. And today I'm going to be talking about the most powerful place to create life from. Now, prior to my prison experience, I was so driven, always creating, always just had plans, strategies, goals, just like boom, 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 accomplishment, accomplishment, accomplishment. And I always felt like I had to do stuff. There was stuff I had to do. I have to do this. And I never felt like I got everything done. I never felt like I was on top of the stuff I had to do. So even I could have tremendously productive days, there'd still be days that I would have where I just felt like, man, I'm always behind. There's always more and more stuff I have to do. Now, when I was in prison, I spent 2 to 4 hours a day just sitting and meditating and doing this I love you practice. And one of the insights that came to me in my meditation, as I was just sitting there and seeing my life fall apart on the external world, not being able to take the actions that I used to, I had this insight. And this insight is, there's nothing I have to do. There's nothing I have to do. And as I settled into this insight, I felt this level of peace and insight that came in around just being present and just being alive. And as I really settled into this space of there's nothing that I have to do, the most powerful space opened up from that. And that was there's everything that I get to do. So out of this space of there's nothing I have to do, opened up the space of there's everything that I get to do. And so now, as I'm going about and creating my day, there's nothing I actually have to do. There's everything I get to do. And so this is a complete shift in paradigm in thinking around actually things that you have to do. And it's so free. There's so much freedom in this. But here's the scary part. If you were to actually look at your to-do list, or to actually think about your life, that there's nothing that you have to do, be like, well, there's all this stuff I have to do. And of course, so I'm not talking about basic survival. Of course, you need to eat, and you need to, take care of your physical body, right? And you need to breathe, right? So I'm not talking about those types of things, but I'm talking about everything beyond just being alive, right? I realized in prison, I don't have to pay my car bill. I don't have to respond to emails. I don't have to respond to the text. I don't have to respond to Facebook messages. You know how I realized that? Is because I couldn't. I couldn't do these things that in the previous I thought I had to do. And what I realized is all this stuff that I thought I had to do was actually controlling me. I was being controlled by all the things that I thought I had to do. So when I stepped into the space of there's nothing I have to do, then this space of that there's everything that I get to do, and now it's just there's so much more freedom in how I do things every day. And I feel incredible about what do I accomplish because I accomplished exactly what I get to do. So if you're interested in exploring this space, here's how I would suggest to approach it, because this can be very scary and stepping into, and it would be a process. But the first step would be to look at the list of things that you have to do, and for you to just to look at it and say, none of these things are things that I have to do. Now, again, don't listen when I'm saying this, I'm not telling you not to do these things. I'm just saying that it's recreating your relationship with the things that you get to do. So I'm not telling you not to do things. I'm just saying there's a shift that can occur in how you relate to the things that are there to do. From shifting from have to do, from shifting I get to do. And the transition is that there's nothing. The transition space is there's nothing that you have to do. So to step into the space of there's nothing you have to do, you could just look at your list. You can say, I don't have to do any of these things. Now, I know for many of you that would be scary as fuck. And so just feel into your body. When you feel all that tension arise and that anxiety arise, feel into your body around that. And it may take you a while to really feel into that there's nothing that you have. And again, I'm not saying that you don't do it, right? But feel into that space and then say, there's all of these things I get to do. And then go do them. And if you there's a lot of nuances and approaches to this. I'm kind of giving you like the high level, executive level summary of this. But if you were to take this on, and this is one of the many topics that we talk about in the Evolved Alpha Male, about transitioning into this powerful space of creation. And so if you're looking to find a new space to create from, step into this. And if you're looking for a greater conversation about how you can go deep and be with other solid men in your life that can support you in this, then PM and we can talk about the Evolved Alpha Male. So with that, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you on our next Wise Inside of the Day Live.